Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel Risk Modeling Hub. If you are new to my channel, let me tell you that I create easy to understand educational content on credit risk modeling and validation, Basel, IFRS 9, the regulatory guidelines, the machine learning and career guidance to help both the beginners and experienced professionals build successful careers in banking and analytics. If you will find my content helpful, I would request you to please take a moment to subscribe to my channel, like this video and share it with others who may benefit from it. Also, don't forget to press the bell icon so you never miss my future videos. And if you have any questions or suggestions, feel free to leave them in the comments. Now let's get started with today's topic, AI versus credit risk analyst. The evolution of the credit risk assessment. For decades, human experts have been the backbone of the credit decisions. But now, artificial intelligence is transforming the game. On one side, we have AI, fast, data driven, and able to analyze millions of patterns instantly. And on the other hand, the human expertise, nuanced, contextual, and grounded in the real world experience. So, this question isn't really either or. It's how do we combine the speed and scale of AI with the judgment and intuition of the seasoned analyst. And that's the future of credit decisioning. So, stay tuned as we explore what's next. Now let's take a journey through time and explore how the credit decisions assessment has evolved. So era 1, the manual analysis. Back in the day, the credit committees sat around tables reviewing the handwritten ledgers and financial statements. Decisions relied on the limited data, mostly borrower interviews, references and bank statements. While the personal judgment mattered, outcomes varied widely depending on who was making the decision. Next comes the era 2, the statistical models. This is a big breakthrough. FICO scores emerged, bringing standardization to the tables. Banks adopted logistic regression and discriminant analysis, creating scorecards that could be applied across the entire portfolios. Decisions become faster, more auditable, and importantly, less biased. But these models still look backward. Third era, the early machine learning. As data grew, so did our tools. Random forest, gradient boosting, and neural networks arrived on the scene. Models became more accurate, but interpretability suffered here. We could predict better, but explaining why became the harder. Era 4, the AI and the advanced ML. Today we are in the stage of the real-time processing and deep learning. AI handles massive volumes of data instantly. NLP analyzes the unstructured information. And hybrid teams combine the AI's power with the human judgment for complex cases. The evolution shows us that the technology doesn't replace the expertise, it just amplifies it. So, AI is reshaping the credit risk in 6 powerful ways. Let me walk you through them. First is the credit scoring. AI enables the real-time assessment. Instead of waiting for days for a credit decision, machine learning models analyze the applications instantly, looking at thousands of data points to determine the creditworthiness on the fly. Second is the fraud detection. Pattern recognition is AI superpower. These systems catch suspicious behavior in real time, flagging the anomalies that might signal fraud before a single dollar is lost. Third is the default prediction. AI looks ahead. By analyzing the historical patterns and current signals, these models predict which borrowers are most likely to default, giving lenders crucial time to intervene. Fourth is the portfolio risk. When you aggregate thousands of loans, things get complex fast. AI handles that complexity, analyzing the entire portfolios to identify the concentration risk and weak spots. Fifth is the process automation. Manual workflow slows everything down. AI automates the routine decisions, freeing your teams to focus on complex cases that needs human judgment. And finally, the early warning systems. These act like the smoke detectors for your portfolio. They monitor loans continuously, spotting trouble signals before they become the full-blown problems. So the shift is clear. We are moving from rigid rule-based scoring to intelligent adaptive learning systems. And that changes everything about how modern credit decisions gets made. Now let's compare these two worlds, traditional credit analysis versus the AI-powered systems. The traditional way takes 3 to 6 weeks, and here how it works. Step 1, the data collection. where the statements, KYC forms, references, these are gathered manually from the multiple sources over 2 to 3 days. Second step, the manual review. An analyst examines the financials, ratios, and qualitative factors line by line, and another 3 to 5 days gone. Step 3, the analysis and the documentation. Memos drafted, scenarios run, supporting details are compiled, and that's 4 to 6 days. Step 4, the committee review. Credit committees deliberate, the request follow-ups, scheduled votes, and 1 to 2 weeks of back and forth happened here. Step 5 is the decision and the communication. Terms are drafted, borrowers are notified, and this adds 2 to 4 more days. Now meets the new standard, the AI powered systems, end to end in less than 1 hour. Step 1, data collection happens instantly. APIs auto ingest the bureau data, banking info, and third party feeds in real time. Step 2, the automated review. ML models score risk, flag the anomalies, surface outliers instantly, seconds, not days. Step 3, the analysis and the documentation. Sharp explanations and supported data attached in minutes. Step 4, human in the loop review. Officers approve straightforward cases same day. Complex deals go to the committee. Step 5, the decision and the communication. The pricing and the terms communicated instantly. The bottom line is that AI processes the application 20% faster without the quality deterioration. And that's not just the efficiency, that's the transformation. So the point is that even today the traditional credit analysts follow the left hand side portion. But we can think about how we can move to the AI powered systems in today times so that the processing can move faster. Now the numbers don't lie. Let's look at the real world performance gap between the traditional statistical models and the AI powered systems. So on the left, the traditional statistical models, these use the logistic regression scorecards and the GLM approaches. And here's what they deliver. Default prediction, let's say, hits 78% accuracy. Credit scoring discrimination is reaching 81%. Portfolio risk assessment gets to 79%. And the early warning detection comes in at 72%. So these are solid established methods. They have served the industry well for decades. But look at the right side, the AI and the machine learning models. Using the gradient boosting neural networks and the ensemble techniques, the default prediction jumps to 89% and 11 points of the improvement. Credit scoring discrimination reaches to 94%. And likewise the others for the portfolio risk assessment and the early warning detection. So we have seen that the AI models, if implemented correctly with the perfect accuracy, they can show good results. And think about what it means. This means that the better predictions, faster decisions, and lower the losses. But from the regulator perspective, I believe that they want the transparency, and that's where we need to work more so that we can deliver with the more advanced models, but with a transparent and with clear justification why we are using and how. That's where we need to work more. Now, the data is fuel that powers the AI credit engines, and let me show you what modern systems are actually working with. So, on the left, we see 8 signal streams feeding the engine. Traditional financial statements like balance sheets, income statements, these are the basics. But that's just the starting point. Employment history reveals the job stability and income consistency. Payment history shows how someone actually behaves with credit over time. Transaction patterns expose the spending habits and cash flow dynamics. Then things get interesting. Social network activity can indicate the financial stress or community standing. And the alternative data, things like utility payments, rent history, telecom records, filling in the gaps where the traditional credit history is thin or missing. Now look at what this means for processing power. Millions of data points processed per second. Real-time analytical capability across streaming feeds, and that's the velocity, the speed at which the information flows in and the decision flows out. 90% of the data variety coverage. Traditional models use only about 30% of the available signal types, but if AI is implemented correctly, this can tap into 90%, dramatically expanding the information landscape. Big data lets AI detect the weak signals and the non-linear relationships, which are invisible to human analysis, improving the financial inclusion for undeserved borrowers while maintaining or improving the risk controls. 3 times accuracy improvement will happen compared to the legacy rule based systems. So it's not just about having more data, it's about learning patterns that matter. Now, AI is powerful, we all know, but it's not the whole story. There are 4 irreplaceable human advantages that keep credit professionals at the center of the risk decisions. First is the business context understanding. We all know that the AI see patterns in data, but humans see the bigger picture, and analysts understand industry specific risk factors, macroeconomic conditions, and market dynamics that raw data can't capture. Second is the relationship and trust building. Credit isn't transactional, it's relational. Establishing the credibility with clients and stakeholders happen through personal interaction and accountability. A borrower wants to know that there's a human who understands their business and not just algorithm spitting out a score. And that relationship builds the trust and open doors to the better information. Third is the ethical judgment. Not every decision is black and white. Ethical considerations matter, and especially the edge cases. Like, should we decline a loan because of a protected characteristic hidden in alternative data? Or should we bend the policy for a loyal customer facing temporary hardship? So basically, these aren't just the algorithmic questions. They are the human judgment calls with the broader social and the ethical implications. And finally, the model validation and the governance portion. Someone has to critically assess the predictions and identify the anomalies, and also ensure the regulatory guidance. Human challenge model assumptions, catch the drifts, and take the responsibility when things go wrong. So, the most successful credit risk teams combine the AI speed with the human judgment. Neither replaces the other, but they amplify each other. And this is where the magic happens, the hybrid model, AI plus human experts working together. So, let's look at what each brings to the table. On the left, the artificial intelligence excels at speed, pattern recognition, scalability, 24 by 7 processing, bias detection, and data integration. It handles volume. It never sleeps. It spots the patterns that humans miss. On the right, we have human expertise that brings judgment, context, ethical reasoning, relationship building, accountability, and adaptability. Humans navigate the complexity and nuance that algorithms can't. The outcome is that we have the superior credit decision, reduce losses through better risk assessment, improve customer outcomes, enhance regulatory compliance, and faster decisioning and trust. And here's the workflow that makes it work. So, stage 1 is the AI initial screening and the scoring. Automated triage across the applications at scale. The system ingests the data, runs the models, scores the risk instantly, and straightforward decisions will happen through approvals and clear declines. Get marked for expedite processing. But anything complex or borderline, it will then move forward. Stage 2 is the collaboration stage, analysis and the verification. And this is where the humans engage. Credit experts review the AI insights, dig into the edge cases, verify the assumptions, and ask the hard questions. Like, a loan officer might discover that a flagged applicant's dip in revenue was temporary. Industry specific seasonality, the model couldn't fully conceptualize. The analyst then adds that context. Stage 3 is the final credit decision. Humans make the final call, armed with the AI intelligence and their own professional judgment. Documents go to the borrower with clear rationale and available recourse. So the industry impact is real. Organizations implementing the AI assisted credit decisioning reports 40% faster approvals, 15% of accuracy improvement, and enhanced ability to serve previously undeserved markets. So this isn't the replacement, it's just the amplification. Now, AI in credit decisioning isn't just powerful, it's complicated a bit. Because governing AI driven credit decisions means balancing two critical mandates: regulatory compliance and ethical responsibility. So, on the compliance side, we have 3 requirements. First, the Basel III and the capital requirements. AI models must meet regulatory capital calculations and stress testing standards with formal model validation documentation. Regulators need to understand the math and verify its sound. Second is the model explainability and the interpretability. Every credit decision must be auditable, traceable, and demonstrated the non-discrimination. You can't just tell a borrower that the algorithm said no. You need to explain the why in terms a regulator and a lawyer can understand. Third is the AI governance framework. Banks must establish the risk committees, model validation processes, and clear escalation procedures for any AI system in production. Governance isn't just optional, it's foundational. And on the right, then we face the ethical imperatives. Algorithmic bias and discrimination must be prevented. We can't let the intersecting variables invisibly exclude the vulnerable populations from the credit access. Proxy discrimination is as illegal and damaging as the direct discrimination. Next comes the data privacy and consent. This demands the explicit informed customer's permission before using their social media or digital footprints or alternative data resources. So basically, the trust, it requires the transparency. And the financial inclusion means ensuring AI doesn't restrict the credit to previously undeserved communities, minorities, lower income borrowers, historically excluded populations. So if AI widens the access responsibly, that's powerful. So forward-thinking banks see the regulatory compliance and ethical AI not as constraints but as competitive advantage. Strong governance builds the customer trust. Ethical practices reduce the long-term institutional risk. Responsible inclusion opens the new market. So the winners won't be just compliant, they will be trusted. So we have traveled through the evolution of the credit risk assessment from the manual committees to AI-powered systems. And now let's look ahead. The future is clear, data-driven decisions meeting the human wisdom. This is the defining principle of next generation credit risk. It's not about replacing judgment with algorithms, it's about augmenting the expertise with intelligence. It's about making decisions that are both mathematically sound and conceptually wise. So have you ever thought about what does that future look like? Faster, fairer, more inclusive outcomes, better experiences for every borrower. Credit decisions will happen in hours instead of weeks. Systems that expand access to undeserved populations. Risk management built for the pace of innovation, which will be scalable, adaptable, and intelligent. So the journey doesn't end here. This is just the beginning. So if you are a credit professional or a risk manager or a lender navigating these transformations, you don't have to do it alone. If you find this video helpful and if you think that it has added a bit of value to your learning, I would request you to please support this channel by liking this video, subscribing to my channel and pressing the bell icon. Also, share this video with your friends or colleagues who may find it useful. If you have any questions, let me know in the comments below and share these insights with your colleague preparing for the credit risk transformation. Let's build a community together. Explore free training resources and dive into the industry insights. Connect with the communities, and the future of the credit isn't just written yet. But one thing is certain, those who master this hybrid model combining the data intelligence with the human judgment will lead the markets. So thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one. Thank you.